Good morning, students. Welcome back. In previous class, we already discussed the concept of constructor. Now, in today's class, we are going to discuss further part of the constructor, that is why we are going to use the constructor and how we are going to identify the constructor and what are all the types of constructor. Now, in today's class, we are going to discuss thoroughly. Now, we can glance the constructor concept in a few seconds. Then, what is constructor? Constructor are the special member functions or methods of a Java class that permit to initialize the object automatically. When we are going to create the object, that time constructor are help to create the automatic initialization of the object. That means when an object is instantiated, instant variables are initialized with a predefined value. Those instant variables are initialized with the predefined value. If and only if the constructor method corresponding to the class object is already defined in the Java program. Actually, here instant variables are initialized with the predefined value in a constructor. Constructor are the special member functions which are going to use the automatic initialization of a object when an object are created firstly. Then next question is, when do you use the constructor? Constructor are used for automatic initialization of the object. There is no need to invoke the constructor explicitly. There is no need to invoke the constructor explicitly. Constructor are used for a automatic initialization of a object. Then when we are going to use the constructor are used for a automatic initialization of a object. Then next question is, how do you identify the constructor? In that, first is the name of the class and the name of the constructor method are the same. That means the class name of the program and the constructor method of the program must be same. And the constructor function name must exactly match with the class. The class name of the constructor methods are the one and the same. The constructor function name must be exactly match the class name. And there is no return type declared for the constructor method. In constructor concept, there is no return type declared for the constructor method. And also, there is a constructor function does not return any value. If we use the constructor concept in our program, the constructor function does not return any value. These are the 4 steps to follow the identification of the constructor. The first one is the class name and the name of the constructor methods are the one and the same. The constructor function match the class name and there is no return type declared for the constructor method. And fourth one is the constructor function does not return any value. These are the steps to follow the or identify the constructor. Then Types of constructors. Now we are going to discuss types of constructor. There are two types of constructors are there in Java. There are two types of constructor are there in Java. First one is default constructor. Second one is parameterized constructor. Default constructor are nothing but no argument constructor. Parameterized constructor are nothing but argument passed constructor. Now we can discuss the types of constructor thoroughly. First one is, this is the types of constructor. First one is default constructor. Second one is parameterized constructor. First one is default constructor or no argument constructor. The constructor with no argument is known as default constructor or no argument constructor. The constructor with no argument is known as no argument constructor, and the signature is same as default constructor. However, body can have any code unlike a default constructor where the body of the constructor is empty. You may see some people claim that the default constructor and no argument constructor is same, but in fact they are not used. Even if you write public demo class with the flower bucket, in your class demo it cannot be called default constructor since you have written the code of it. If we write the code in a default constructor, then only we are going to declare that is constructor. In default constructor, the name itself indicate or suggest default value can be assigned or initialized automatically for the object for being created. It means the definition of the default constructor is constructor with a no argument or the default value can be assigned and initialized automatically for the object being created, and default constructor function has no parameter list. Therefore, it contains the empty parenthesis at the end of the method. And here is the example of the default constructor. See, in a class demo, we are going to write the class demo. In that, we are going to write the constructor or a declaring a constructor with a public demo. In this constructor, we are going to print system.out.println. This is the output statement. In this is no argument constructor. Here we close the constructor. In main method, we are going to create a new demo. Again, we are going to close the main method and the class. Here the constructor is public demo. Here we didn't pass any argument, because of that this is the default constructor or a no argument passed constructor. The finally output is printed as this is no argument constructor. We are going to call this constructor with the help of new keyword that printed with this output statement, that is this is a no argument constructor. This is the simple example for the default constructor. Again, Next one is parameterized constructor. Constructors with the argument is known as parameterized constructor. For example of parameterized constructor, we are going to pass the parameters in the constructor. Those are called as parameterized constructor. Here the example of the constructor, parameterized constructor is there. First we declare the class with the employee. In that we are going to initialize instant variables int employee id, string employee name. These are parameterized constructor with two parameters. Here employee is the constructor. This is the constructor. In this we are going to pass the two arguments. First one is id and string name with the string and id with the int we are declared. With the help of this keyword we are going to initialize the employee id as id, employee name as the name. This is the parameterized constructor. Here in a void method we are going to write the id and name. We are going to print the id and name in the console. Again in main method we are created two objects, that is object 1 and object 2 with the help of new keyword. In that we are going to pass the values, that is 10,245 id and name is Chaitanya. And in object 2 we are going to pass the 92,232, that is employee id and name is Negan. With the help of object we are going to call the info method. Object obj1.info, obj2.info, and at the end of the method we are going to close the method in the class. This is going to printed as the id is 10,245, name is Chaitanya. This is for first object. For second object id is 92,232 and the name is Nega. These outputs are declared here. In while we are creating the object, in that only we are going to pass the values for the output. This is the simple example for the parameterized constructor. In previous example we didn't pass any values in a constructor, that is called default or a no argument constructor. In this example we are going to pass the values or pass the argument, that is id and string. This is called parameterized constructor. These are the two types of constructor used in a Java programming language. Thank you.